Welcome back to TV2 Profiles. I'm your host, Cheyenne Carroll. Well, this time we are with Elaine Miller, and Elaine is the owner of Naturally Green Cleaning. That's hard to say, isn't it? Elaine, welcome today to the program.
Thank you.
Now, you operate out of Baltic, correct?
I do.
Okay, tell me a little bit about your company and what exactly it is that you do.
Well, my company does all kinds of cleaning. Like we do commercial, I have a lot of residential. We also do final cleans for new construction. And empty rental cleans, or like if someone has a house that's getting ready to be put on the market, or before they move in, like we go in and clean everything top to bottom and get it ready for them.
Okay, now how much business does that bring you? Is this something that you're constantly busy every single day? Do you have clients that just need you every so often?
Well, my residential clients are on a schedule. They're either weekly, bi-weekly, some of them monthly, and then I have people that just call periodically whenever they need me, quarterly. But like the final cleans and the empty cleans, those seem to come in droves. Either I'm like buried in them, or then I have a little break. So right now I have a little break, which is kind of nice, but I love to be busy. That's why I started this whole company to start with. I love to be busy.
Yeah, and I'm sure the housing market kind of dictates your schedule as well, because it seems like right now there's a lot on the housing market.
It does, it does. If the building, if the housing market is great, more people are building, more people are moving, buying, selling, there's just a lot more going on. So yeah, it's definitely, that has definitely increased in the last couple of years.
Right, and I was told you don't do contracts. So tell me about that. You don't do retainers or anything like that?
I don't. I feel, I have like 7 girls that work with me now, and I feel like it just keeps us on our toes and helps us to try and put our best foot forward every time. Whereas, I've just seen a pattern of, if you do have a contract, people tend to get a little lazy maybe and like skip some things. So, the girls love their work, they love their job, so to do that, to keep that, you have to make sure you do a good job. Right. So I've never felt the need to have a contract.
And is that something that you pay kind of on commission, depending on how many homes or sites that they clean each week, or do they have a constant salary?
They have a constant salary. They have a constant salary, and but there's people that tip us, and and I always make sure that they get a good. They get all of that. Actually, I don't keep any of the tips. So. Yeah, we have great clients. I've worked for many wonderful people.
And tell me a little bit about how this business got started. Like I said, you were in Baltic. Did it kind of start from your home, from your bedroom, or what? And it's grown over the years?
It did. It did start from my home. It started with me being worried about not having enough to do after my youngest went to school. So I just picked up one client, and it was every 2 weeks, and just for a little cash on the side. And that was almost 5 years ago.
Wow.
And within a couple of months, I decided to form an LLC, and I've just grown it from there. It's been fun.
So do you kind of handle the managing aspect of the company now, or are you still out cleaning as well? You know what?
I am still out cleaning as well. There's periods of time where I don't have to go out. I don't go out much on what I call routes. I have 2 different routes that are residential, but like for final cleans and like big spring and fall cleans or empties, I still go out and help the girls with them. Right.
Now tell me a little bit about your history and how you got into this. I mean, have you always been a neat freak or a cleaning freak? Have you always liked things to be like that?
Well, I do love to clean. And when I started my company, I had bought some business books, and some of you may remember them. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I own every single one of his books. I read every single one, and I was like, wow, you literally take something that you love to do, and you do it very well, and you serve as many people as you can, and you build a business. So that's pretty much what I did. Yeah.
Now, what about beforehand? What were you doing ahead of time?
I was raising my kids, and their father and I had like 3 different businesses, so I was always involved in the business world, but kind of behind the scenes, just doing book work and phone calls and keeping everything in order that way. But yeah.
Explain the name to me. How did you come about with that?
I wanted something, I wanted to, everybody looks for something to set themselves apart. So I decided to use all natural cleaners. So I use all eco-friendly cleaners. And people really seem to like that. Everybody's more aware of that than what they used to be.
Now, do you find that it's a little more expensive for you to purchase those type of products over maybe other cleaners that are harsher?
It's really not, because the products that I use are from Melaleuca, And
I don't know what that is.
It's a really old-fashioned company.
Okay.
And you have to like sign up for it and place your order every month. But they're all green products, and it takes so little. Like, my bottles are like this big instead of like this big at Walmart, but they last longer than a big bottle would. So, I mean, it probably plays about even. It's I wouldn't say that that's a huge overhead. It's just a different cleaner.
Right. And
it smells fresh.
Sure.
And people love it.
Right. I was going to say, do you have people that come to you just because, the name probably draws some people in?
It does.
When you think of natural, those are good things.
Right. It does. It's safe for the environment and for pets and for their kids,
right.
in the work environment. So, yeah.
Do you think the cleaning business is something that's here to stay?
Definitely.
We have a need for it?
Yeah, there's definitely a need for it. And there's plenty of cleaning services in the area. And there's just room for all of us because there's work everywhere. There really is.
Okay, Elaine, tell me a little bit outside of the business, what you do in the community.
Well, I am a member of the ECOBIA, the East Central Ohio Builders Association.
Okay.
And a member of the Chamber of Commerce. And I think those are the two organizations I'm members of that I participate in. And but my kids are in sports, and so that keeps me busy. My two daughters travel all over Ohio and even out of state for rodeo.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yes, they barrel race. So that keeps me very busy, and I love to be active. Probably my only hobby would be CrossFit. I work and take care of my kids and do CrossFit.
Okay, tell us about CrossFit. We can maybe switch topics here. What exactly is it?
I love to talk about CrossFit. It's like a fitness boot camp. And it's one of those things that only CrossFitters understand once you become a part of it. Like, it's like your family. Yeah. Like the people you work out with every day, they just, you encourage each other, and it's very strenuous. At the end of 10 to 20 minutes, whatever the workout of the day is, like, you're exhausted.
Right. And you have time with your business to get a workout in every day?
I make time. I absolutely make time. And I don't get it done every day, but 3 to 5 times a week, I try to, yeah.
And switching gears again, back to the business, what are the hours? I mean, if we'd like to get the services, do you have, a specific 9 to 5 that your employees work, or does it depend?
I don't. It just depends. We're very flexible to whatever the client needs. Like, some of them need to be clean in the morning before they open, or, at night after they close. A lot of homeowners, my residential clients, we don't start before like 8:30, just so that they have time to get up and get going before we get there. But so it really varies.
Sure. And mention your employees one more time. Small crew, large crew?
I would say small crew.
Yeah. All local?
Crew. Yes, they're all local. I either know them or know of them from somebody else. I've never hired anyone that I didn't wasn't directly referred to, because I like to know that I can trust them and that they do good work. So.
Well, and being a homeowner myself, I'd be a little nervous about a stranger coming into my house.
I have heard some horror stories. I've heard some horror stories, and I've had people ask, how do you screen your girls? And I'm like, well, I have family members that work for me, and then I have a family where there's several sisters, and their mom even helped out this summer a lot. So it's all people that I know and can trust.
Right.
So, and that's very important to me.
Yes, I'm sure it's important to all of your customers as well. Elaine, maybe we want some more information on your business. Where can we reach you?
Well, I'm on Facebook,
okay,
and you can find Naturally Green Cleaning on Facebook under Elaine Miller.
So that's Elaine Miller again telling us about her cleaning company out of Baltic. That is Naturally Green Cleaning. You can reach her, all of those resources online. So Elaine, thanks for coming by today for the interview. And for TV2 Profiles, I'm Cheyenne Carroll.